The heart rate challenge was given, actually nobody liked each other. This is Lost Island. It's giving Diddy freak offs. It's giving, it's like, what in the Diddy party did we just experience here? It was a hard watch. Zero boundaries, no boundaries. Everyone was doing the most. The producer just need to accept that, the casting, it was a fail. I wish we could close the chapter on this season. It's not giving. There's no connection. What is good, guys? So we are doing a recap of episode 24. So Landra basically speaks to Sierra and saying, she wants to close this chapter, like it's over between her and Taylor now. And they're like, what's the tea? Like, what did they miss? And she's like, yeah, I kissed Nick. But she felt bad after doing it. Like, after the whole, recoupling thing, they thought maybe they should explore it, but there was no spark. She kind of closed it off and saying, Sarah, thanks for being a big sport and being open to it. It's like Sarah hasn't even replied yet. She's already thanking her, like, just to kind of say, it's not a big deal. So Sarah's like, I'm happy that, you got to explore. I'm happy, like, I got to explore with you rather than the other girls standing there. She doesn't feel any type of way about it. Sarah, you are feeling a type of way about it. Just express yourself. Just express yourself. I know like you can tell by her face she's not feeling it. Like who would feel it on your friend's kissed your guy? We're all kind of hypocrites because we obviously love Olandra, in contrast to Sierra. So we're shipping Olandra with Nick. It's hypocritical. But outside of our hypocrisy, Sierra has the right to be hurt. Her friend kissed her man. So Taylor reassures Clark that, she was the right pick. He was like, his head was saying pick Olandra. It would have been safe. But his heart was saying, you should pick Clark. So obviously that makes Clark happy. Good for them. Honestly, they're a cute couple. Taylor really likes this girl. You can basically tell it through the screens. In contrast to how he was with Olandria. It seems like Shelly loves being in a triangle. That's what she loves. She did it with Austin and she prolonged it for so long. She clearly did not like Austin until, Ariana, what are you doing here? So they had to pick someone. That's when she picked Ace. I'm telling you, if it wasn't for her having to kind of choose, she would have continued going on because she loves to chase. She just loves to chase. She loves guys, being all over her, fighting for her, all these things. That's what she loves. So she basically tells Ace that she's still open to exploring with Chris. And Ace is like, what's going on? Honestly, I don't like Ace, but I agree with him. Like the whole picking, once you've made your selection, Castle Moore, like that's it. You chose Ace over Chris, and that's the end. You shouldn't be exploring with Chris. That's what I think. I don't get it. Nick and Sierra. So Sierra basically says, what happened? Like, what happened in Castle Moore? You are usually, girls are usually all over you. And he basically like, yeah, there was someone here. Like first it was with Jaden, but Jaden didn't stand up for him, so he was like, "Oh, I'm going home." And then he had this romantic day in like a secret garden with, in like a secret garden with Olandria, and then Sierra was like, "Oh, cute." Girl was like, "Fuck." Basically called Olandria for a chat for them to kind of get to know each other, to explore. It is a romantic connection there, and they kissed and called it quits because we weren't feeling it. They'll kind of make it downplayed it, make it quick and snappy. You can tell. He's just not trying to create some drama. So basically, they call it quits. Like it was mutual on both sides. There was nothing there. And Sarah, you can tell she's feeling some type of way about it, but she can't tell Nick, like, yeah, it's okay. I don't feel any type of way about it. Really glad that, you got to explore with Orlando. I really trust her. Do you trust her now? Do you trust her now after the betrayal? The fact that Nick was like, I'm tired of this test. She wasn't wanting tests anymore. And Sarah's like, but you love these tests. You love women all over you. You love going after the girlies when they come in, the bombshells when they come in. So Ned, you're lying. He's basically intimidated by Elon being here, and he can't make him vulnerable. He's feeling intimidated by Elon. That's what I'm seeing. Andrea just came to have fun. Like I don't think the girl came here to find love because she basically tell Brian that she wants to get to know the guys. She likes other guys, and the confessional she's like she's into Pepe. I kind of get it because she only came in like a day or two, and then Jeremiah left, and then Pastor Moore came, so she didn't get to explore. But it's giving girl just came to have fun. Taylor is still feeling like he's that guy. He's like, I did vote for, Orlando to stay in, and he basically tells the boys I still feel like it's a love triangle, like, and it's still open to explore Orlando. What? He clearly knows that he's into Clark, but he too wants to show that he's that guy. There's no love triangle here. And Ace basically says he thinks that it's kind of getting close for both him and Shaq to close things off. But like the issue with Chris, like he doesn't understand if they have such a strong connection, why she wants to do with Chris. I get it too. I don't get it either. Basically, like if he close things now, then it will look like he's closing it off because of Chris. So it's kind of like, I think he was thinking that after the whole Coco situation and Shelly chose him, they'll probably close it off after that. But Shelly said, no, you said we must explore, so I'm gonna continue exploring till the end. It's like, count, I don't want to hear the word explore anymore. It's 2 weeks, a week. In 2 weeks, the show will be over. Why are we still exploring? Like, I know they're playing a game, but it's kind of like the game time is over. So Sierra tells her girl Iris about the whole, I'm happy Orlando is kind of exploring. She did explore with Zach, and now she's exploring with Nick. Iris is like, what's going on? Like, what's Nick? Like, why is she exploring your man? And she's basically like, I don't feel any type of way about it. And she's like, what? She was like, am I crazy not to feel this type of way? Iris is basically like, cut the bull. Take away this cool girl mask that you're trying to put on, like it's not working. She basically says you have the right to feel a type of way. She's basically just looking for justification, but you don't need to look for justification from other people. You have the right to do so. It's basically like Orlando knowing well that he just, had got intimate with Nick, and all of a sudden she's kissing Nick. That's a big problem, girl. You need to feel some type of way about it, girl. You need to worry. The way Orlando kind of used that cool girl aesthetic that Sarah is trying to put on to use it to manipulate the situation, because she was like, I'm glad you're open to it. I'm glad, you're being a big sport about it. Even before Sarah kind of spoke. Yeah. Ace is trying to justify that, I picked Coco. I picked Shelly over Coco, so she should be grateful for to me. He's basically speaking to Taylor, as much as I felt about Coco, I picked Shelly because we have a stronger connection. And I'm confused why she's too deciding to explore things with Chris when she clearly knows that we're strong. And she's basically like it's unleashing this fire in him, like he's gonna go all out, like he never loses, he can't lose. It's like, boy, we knew you've been playing a game ever since. So thanks for showcasing who you really are, because it's like it's a competition. She's gonna win. It's like, boy, we knew this. It's nothing new. So Ace basically speaks to Shelly and said, and Shelly said, there's something there with Chris, even though like we have a stronger connection, we're still open, so it's not a big deal. And in the confessional, she said, I have these two guys that I'm talking to every day, and my feelings growing for both of them. She's the catch here. Oh my God, here we go again. It's an Austin and Ace situation again. The guy that you like. She technically like Ace, but Chris, it's nice to have him in the background chasing after her. It's like, girls, stop. Like, we know you've been playing a game, but game time is over. I think it's so funny the way Chris basically grabbed Ace's hand, giving like dad and son, let's go and have a conversation. So, Ace had all this energy saying, he got the fire unleashing in him, he's gonna win all these things. When I was speaking to Chris is that guy, like, he has that charisma of don't fuck with me. When he was speaking to Ace, all that fire in him, all that competitive energy in him, it left the room because Chris was like, there is no egotistical energy here. I ain't a jealous guy. If Shelly's into you, if she tells me I'm off, I don't do all this unnecessary competition. Let's keep it a buck. He's like, I got no issues with you, and then they left. Yeah, it was a pretty quick conversation because Chris is not here for all this pettiness that Ace was about to create. So I got a text that they're gonna do the heart rate challenge. So everybody's gonna get it ready. So Nick and Sirius speak, and then he's basically like he's gonna crash out if Elon does too much. It's like Elon has no loyalty towards you. Like you can do whatever you want. Sarah's like, well, I don't want to see you kissing other girls, especially the ones you're interested in. And he's like, yeah, he's not gonna kiss other girls. Okay, so then we have Elon and Alondra, and Elon is like, yes, let's do the most with the people who left us. They're gonna do the most for both Sierra and Taylor. Alondra, do we need to do this for Taylor? Like, it's over. He's embarrassed you, humiliated you. Technically, humiliation ritual happened there, and you're still gonna do the most with this guy? I don't think so. The heart rate challenge was given. Actually, nobody liked each other. This is Lost Island. It's giving Diddy freak offs. It's giving. It's like what in the Diddy parties we just experienced here. It was a hard watch. Zero boundaries, no boundaries. Everyone was doing the most. Like, does anybody like each other? Does anybody like? It was too much. It was crazy. Everybody kissing Sierra is making me to question people in that villa. Ace and Shelly coming out. So Shelly did the most. She kissed Chris twice. Chris also did the same as well. Like it's giving their feeling each other. Like these challenges are there to have fun, but they're also there to express, like do the most for the person you like. Facts. Ace called Amaya babe. It was hilarious. Ace kissed Amaya and he's like, okay, no boundaries now, no boundaries now. Amaya, like the way her heels fell off, she's a funny character. If she doesn't find love, she's definitely going to find love outside because everybody loves her. Huda and Chris, this is where everything went downhill. because both they both chose Ace and Ace. They both chose Ace and Shelly as the person they put on the heart. Basically, you pick a couple and you put them in the heart and do the most with them. After kind of Chris did his thing with Shelly, they were done, and they just basically done. Shelly's standing there, and who just continues to do things with the Ace, and she's basically like, she's going a bit too far for me. But then the thing is that we can see definitely, because when Huda turned around to Ace's face with her butt cheeks onto Ace's face, they cut it off. She did way more than, she was supposed to, but it was basically dry humping this guy in front of everybody. I feel like Taylor's face is such a meme. Like, he was so funny. His face throughout was hilarious. And the way both him and Ace made eye contact about it. Ace definitely enjoyed that, like, but it was hilarious. Basically, had no choice but to laugh. Like, he tried not to, but he laughed, which obviously pissed Shelly off more. Ace would say it's just a challenge on paper. It's like, it's not just a challenge. That's a little more than a challenge. Shelly was like, is your heart racing or is something else racing? That's hilarious. Huda basically asked Shelly, are you okay? And she basically says, no, we're gonna talk about it later. It's like, Shelly, why are you shocked? Why are you shocked? This girl, she's not a girl's girl. She's there to do whatever she wants. She can set her boundaries, but has no respect or boundaries for other people. So maybe you should have made it clear to Huda, because she doesn't understand what boundary is. You should have made it clear to Huda that don't do too much with my man. That's what you need to do. Because Huda does not read, she can't read the room, she don't care. Because she did the same thing with Hannah. Like, she was going for Hannah's man and didn't even let Hannah know. Saying that, oh my God, I'm new to this. All these things. It's like, guys, you know this. Like, she's displayed this many times to you that she's not a girl's girl. So why are we shocked? And you guys had the opportunity to kick her out, but you didn't. So now you got to face the consequences of your actions. So then we have Orlando and Elon. They come in. Obviously, they're going to do the most with the people that they were with, the people that they like. So Orlando did the most with Taylor, and Taylor obviously enjoyed that because he's heart raced most for Orlando. Elon did the most. Elon, it worked because the Sierra's heart raised most for you, and vice versa. And she basically says, and Nick is pissed off. Nick saying that Elon shouldn't do what he's doing because he knows that what they have together, he doesn't really care. And he shouldn't have to care. He's not your friend. He's not your friend. He has no loyalty towards you. Orlando's a bit weird to me because when she heard that Taylor's heart rates the most for her, she was laughing. She was so happy. She's like, I just want to fuck his head up a little bit. It's like, girl, stop him. This guy's embarrassed you. Why was you entertaining him? So Shelly and Chris, their hearts obviously rates for each other. And Ace obviously is heart rate for Huda, which makes things even worse. And the winner is Sierra and Nick. There is the most heart rates. I didn't like the way they did it as a couple. It's like individual is better, but there's too many people in that room, so it makes sense. But this is what happens when 2 weeks the show is going to be over and you have like 20 people in that room. And you have 20 people in that villa. So Huda basically speaks to Maya and Andrina saying that Shelly's so mad at me. Oh my God. And she's like, it's a challenge, but when I do it, everybody, do say I'm doing too much. It's not a challenge. It's a problem when I do the challenges. It's like, girl, you know this. You know this. Because the last time she did with Pepe, everyone was like, you're doing too much. Why are you doing this too much with Pepe when you had the opportunity to pick TJ, who nobody would have a problem with? She plays the victims. Shelly is angry at her and she loves her. If you don't love her, you're a fake. So Shirley, Orlando, and Sarah, Shirley basically expresses her emotions, saying that Huda created all these boundaries for Jer, and we respected that, but she didn't do the same thing she didn't do the same thing for me. And she feels uncomfortable about the whole thing. Even with the whole Christian, she feels uncomfortable because, Huda comes to her saying, I did it for you. I picked him for you so you could continue to explore. And she's like, no, you didn't do it for me. Yeah, that's right. Like, Huda, since when do you do things for other people except yourself? Drina enters the chat and gives the girl the deets from the conversation that she had with Huda and Amaya. And the way people are saying that Drina twisted her words, she didn't twist the word. She said that she spoke to Huda and she's basically doesn't understand why Shelly's upset. And, it's just a challenge kind of thing. And she said that Andrina said in her point of view, when it comes to your challenges, you do the most with the person that you like. And obviously she did it to Pepe. So she didn't twist her words, and she has no loyalty to Huda. She's a vengeance for Jeremiah too, because she's the one that it was because of her that Jeremiah left. So she, and she can twist the words, she can do whatever she wants. She has no loyalty towards Huda. Let's get that straight. Sarah's input here is a bit weird because the way you're giving energy to the situation, you're not giving energy to the situation that you have with Orlando and Nick. It's confusing to me because she's like, I agree that there definitely needs to be boundaries there, and it will be a very sore spot for me as well. It's like, girl, so the same energy Shelly is giving to Huda, give it to Orlando because you clearly agree with what Shelly is saying.